There is a striking new poll out today that gives the best demonstration of how Republican voters are completely insane and Democratic voters are still pretty rational. Let me explain. For months and months, we've seen the same story over and over again. Every time Donald Trump gets indicted, his poll numbers go up. There's been this hope that maybe eventually Republican voters will come to their senses. And maybe the next indictment will be the thing that makes Republican voters move away from Donald Trump. But every news cycle that reveals a new indictment, another felony count, another fraud case, another rape case, every legal action against Donald Trump has only improved his standing among Republican voters. So you might think, maybe voters in this country are just so partisan and they're so stuck in their cultish cul-de-sac that would be true for every group. But we have a new poll out today that shows that the Democrats are responding exactly in the opposite way that Republicans have to Donald Trump. Senator Robert Menendez, a Democrat of New Jersey, he's been a long-time incumbent in the state, a long-time fixture in the state. He has great name ID. He was basically popular among Democrats in New Jersey. Well, he was indicted on felony bribery charges recently. Allegedly, he received some gold bars. He had cash stashed all over his house. Among the groups that were supposedly bribing him were the Egyptians, since he's the head of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, wanted to make sure that they were still getting aid and weapons from the United States. So serious stuff. So if the Trump model was to hold, the new polls of New Jersey Democrats would show New Jersey Democrats rallying behind Menendez, right? Because the Democrats and the Republicans are the same. Well, no, not the case at all. Let's go to the numbers here. The favorability numbers, which means what percentage of voters like a candidate versus what percentage of voters dislike a candidate. Among New Jersey Democrats, 78% of them now say they like Joe Biden, 12% say they don't like him. How about Menendez after the felony charges, after the indictment? Now only 14% of New Jersey Democratic voters say they like their senator, Robert Menendez. 67% say they have an unfavorable view. That is a crazy reversal of fortunes. He's dropped like a stone. Now, in a hypothetical primary match with Congressman Andy Kim, who's far less famous than Robert Menendez and has not been in office as long in New Jersey, now has Andy Kim up on Menendez 63-10. He's crushing him in a landslide. So Democrats reacted rationally when they heard the news that one of the candidates that they had been voting for turned out to be corrupt, allegedly. They looked at him and said, no, we'll throw this guy to the curb and we'll find somebody else who shares our values, but is not a felonious imbecile. So that seems to be like the adult way to respond, when somebody lets you down, not to double down and triple down and just defend your person and allege that it must be a plot, a deep state plot out to get them. Democrats acted like adults act when they, get news and have to process it, that, maybe they had made a wrong decision. Maybe they'd put their trust in somebody that turned out to be not trustworthy. I just think this contrast between Donald Trump getting indicted 4 times, 91 felony counts, in civil court now, accused of fraud, credibly, in the Trump organization, accused of rape, convicted in civil court in the E. Jean Carroll case. After all of this, fraud, rape, corruption, a coup, Republicans just like Trump more and more. After the news story that Senator Robert Menendez has been indicted, Democrats like him less and less. They got rid of him. So following indictments, Trump's going up. Following indictment, Menendez is going down. I just think that it can't be more of a stark contrast than that when you consider how seriously each party's voting base is taking the responsibility that they're entrusting our government officials with. So, look, this is not to say that Democrats are perfect or that they're angels. It's just to say that we have this bar, which is that we need to entrust people in power that they will act within the law and that they will act responsibly. And when they break that trust, they should be punished. The Democratic voters are abiding by that norm. They are punishing their politicians if they act out. See also Andrew Cuomo. Republican voters, on the other hand, are doing the opposite. They are rewarding their politicians for bad behavior. And I think that asymmetry and that contrast tells us a lot about where our politics are right now. Hey, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button. Mash that subscribe button for more hot takes.